Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about today's video because we will be doing some fall glam. Fall is hands down my favorite season of the year. I am so excited because the leaves are starting to change colors, the temperatures are cooling down, the holidays are coming. In my opinion, there's really not that much to not like about fall. I love to use fall colors in my makeup, and we are going to be using this palette that I found at Ulta that I just couldn't resist buying because to me it just screamed fall. I also love the fall season with makeup because I feel like I can wear a full face and my makeup is not melting off of my face. So I'm so excited to get ready, get glam. If you guys are into fall makeup, please subscribe to my channel, turn on those notifications, like and comment, you know what to do. And let's go ahead and get started. Since we are going to be going full glam today, I'm going to start with the eyes because I want to do kind of a more dramatic fall eye look. So to start, I'm going to go in and prime with this eye primer from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I like this one because it gives some coverage on my eyelids. So then I don't have to worry about concealer for priming, and this will cover up any veins or discoloration that I have and give us a nice base for eyeshadow. And I'm doing the eyes first because if we have any fallout with the shadows, I want to be able to clean that up easily without messing up the rest of my makeup. For this look, like I said, we're going to be doing some dramatic eyes today. So I'm actually going to use some tape to help me create the look that I'm going for. So I'm just gonna place this on the outside part of my eye so that I can get a nice sharp edge on the eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna place these on. There are makeup tapes that you can buy, but I feel that good old Scotch tape does just the same trick and it's a lot easier to find. Okay, so I was at Ulta the other week and I found this eyeshadow palette that to me just screamed fall. So I had to buy it so I could use it for this eye look. And it is the California Love palette from Colourpop. And you guys, tell me this is just not fall in an eyeshadow palette. The colors are stunning. I love the oranges, the browns, the golds, the shimmers, everything about this palette I just immediately was drawn to. So I'm so excited to create a look with this. So to start, I think I'm gonna take this shade here, which is called The Bay. It's a nice neutral transition shade, and I'm gonna use this in the crease and just above the crease. I like this shade because it does have a little tint of orange in it, which I like for fall, but it's also a nice neutral transition shade as well. And I'm really taking my time to blend this out. So just back and forth motions, circular motions, really helps diffuse that eyeshadow. And I am going on to the tape as well, which is totally fine. I just want to make sure it looks nice and blended right at the edge of that tape. I'm going to take a clean blending brush and I'm going to dip into this shade here, which is called Laguna. And it's a little bit more of an orangey shade than that first one. And I'm now going to work this more directly inside of the crease. There is just something about the leaves changing colors that is just so relaxing and so exciting because it means that the holidays are coming, cooler weather, which I love. It's too darn hot in the summertime. But that's kind of what inspires some of my fall looks. It's just those shades, the reds, the browns, the green, orange, and yellows. All those different shades are so pretty for fall. I do want to pick up a little bit more of that first shade we used, the Bay. So I'm going to grab a little bit more of that on my first brush that I used. I'm going to tap off the excess. And then I'm going to run that back over the top just because I don't want to lose that shade. Like I said, I feel like fall is such a great time for makeup because again, you can wear more makeup without it melting off of your face. And it's just really fun to get more glam during the cooler months of the year and especially heading into the holiday season. I'm now going to dip into some of the brown shades in the palette. I'm going to go into this one here, which is called Gold Rush. And it's got some definite shimmer in it. I think it'll be a good shade to start building up some definition on the outer part of the eye. So I'm taking some of that on this kind of more precise blending brush, and I'm going to focus this right on the outer part of the eye. And I'm going to move that up the tape so that we can start to create the shape that I'm going for. Just so you guys are aware, something I do when I use tape is I don't bring it right underneath my lower lashes because I like to put the shadow under the lower lashes to finish off the look. And I find if I put the tape right underneath, then when I do the shadow on the lower lash line, it doesn't come up evenly with the shape we're creating here. So I leave a little bit of space under there so that when I put the shadow on, it can blend nicely with the shadow that we did on the top lid. Hopefully that made sense. The next thing I want to do is I want to go into this darkest shade here, which is called Mission. And I'm going to use this with an angled brush and we're going to create a wing right along the tape there. And then I'm going to go in with a fluffy blending brush to this shade here, which is called Highway 1. And we're going to use that to kind of diffuse out the darker brown to kind of make it more seamless. So like I said, I'm taking some of that darkest brown on this angled brush and I'm going to work it up along the tape. Now, when I do this, I'm going to look straight into my mirror. Since I have hooded eyes, if you look straight and kind of go over the fold of the eyelid, you can create more of a straight wing that looks normal when you're looking just straight at somebody. With hooded eyes, it's hard for people to do wing because the crease in your eye where it folds over can cause the wing to look more like a swoop than an actual straight, sharp edge. So it's kind of a trick and I still have not mastered it, but I'm working on it and hopefully one of these days I get it down and it looks good. I'm bringing that wing really high up because like I said, I want to go for a really dramatic look. So I'm going to start with that. And then like I said, we'll take a little bit lighter shade and kind of blend that out to diffuse it. So I'm going to look straight into my mirror. I'm going to grab another clean blending brush, go into that lighter brown shade, and I'm going to use this to kind of start working out that wing that we just created. It's not diffusing that dark shade as much as I hoped it would. So I'm gonna, on another clean blending brush, I'm gonna go back into this dark shade here. And I'm gonna use this to try to help diffuse out that dark shade a little bit so it's not so harsh of a line. And I feel like that is helping a lot. I've mentioned this before, but when you're blending out eyeshadows, it does take time and patience. So I'm just telling you that because I know obviously on a video, it's either sped up or it doesn't show the whole process of blending. But sometimes I sit here for a good 5-10 minutes just trying to blend out eyeshadow, and that's normal. I'm gonna grab this brush again and try to smooth that out. And then I like to just go back into my original brushes and just kind of smooth everything out as best I can. Now that I've got those blended out, I'm going to grab a shimmer here. I'm going to take this one called Surfrider. It's a little bit deeper brown, and I'm going to put this kind of more in the middle of the eye, and then we'll do a lighter shimmer on the inner part of the eye. So I'm just going to use my finger on this part. I'm going to take this and just tap that in the middle. Hopefully you can tell on camera, but these eyeshadows are so pretty. Then I'm gonna grab this shade here, which is called Cruisin'. Here's what it looks like, really pretty. I'm gonna pop this on the inner part of the eye. Oh, it's so pretty. And then, just because I'm even more extra, there is a pressed glitter shade in the palette here. It's called El Capitan. I'm gonna take some of that on my finger and just lightly press it all over the look to kind of just give it a little bit more shine, a little bit more pizzazz. So with these pressed glitters, I'm just barely gonna tap my finger in here, and it just picks up some of that glitter. Hopefully you can see. And like I said, I'm just lightly gonna press it. And this is why I wanted to do the eyes first, is because with these types of glitters, they tend to fall off the eye unless you have like a glitter glue or something like that. So I wanted to be able to clean those up after I apply it. So again, I'm just gonna lightly just go over the entire eye look, even up onto the wing part. I don't know, maybe you guys can't tell on camera, but wow. I'm a sucker for anything glittery and shiny. So to me, this just adds a little extra something to the look. Okay, so I'm gonna take my makeup wipe and I'm just gonna wipe away any of that glitter that fell, and then we will go in and remove the tapes. I'm gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna tap out the edges just to kind of smooth that out a little bit. Sometimes I'll take one of my blending brushes as well and just kind of go over the edge. This one is a little bit darker and more harsh than the other side. Okay, now let's go in and do the face. The other day I was putting on makeup and I found a combination of primer and foundation that I absolutely loved. And it was these two here. It's the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer and the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. These two together looked so good on my skin. It smoothed out my pores, smoothed out my skin, and just gave such a nice finish. So I'm really excited to try these two again together. I'm just gonna take this primer and I'm gonna smooth it over the face, being careful to avoid the eyeshadow. Then I'm gonna go in with my foundation and just pump some of this directly onto the skin. Then take my brush and I'll start blending this out. I am telling you, my skin looks so smooth when I use the combination of those two products together. I absolutely love it. For concealer, I'm going to use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. I have mine in the shade Light. I'm going to take a little bit to cover up this blemish here. I'm going to go in and set that like normal. I'm going to take my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. This one's in the shade Warm Olive. I'm going to use this to add a little bit of structure to the face. For cream blush, I found this one at Ulta that I wanted to try out, and I'm really happy I did because I really like it. This is from Undone Beauty, and this is the Lip to Cheek palette in the shade Blazen. So you can use this on your lips or your cheeks. Disclaimer, this blush is very pigmented. I just barely need to tap my finger in, and that is more than enough color. I will show you guys right now. I'm just gonna take, like I said, I just tapped my finger in like that, just got a tiny little bit. And it is so pigmented, but really pretty. I wanna get some of the other shades. With this one, I tap it on with my finger, and then I have to grab my brush and just kind of blend that out. Because like I said, the pigment on this is so intense that it does take some blending, and you want to go in with a really light hand. I am going to go in with some of my liquid highlight from About Face. I'm going to go in and tap that out. Okay, we're gonna go in and finish off the eyes. So I'm gonna dip back into my eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna grab the shade Mission right here, the darkest one that we used. I'm gonna grab that on this brush here. Then I'm just gonna run this along the lower lash line. I'm gonna try to bring it up to connect it with that wing. It is a little tricky with this brush, but we'll make it work. I'm gonna take my concealer brush and just try to clean that up a little bit. I'm going to take an eyeliner on the waterline. This one's from NYX, the retractable eyeliner in the shade Brown. For mascara today, I'm going to use this one from L'Oreal. This is the Lash Paradise mascara in the shade Blackest Black. This is actually my first time trying this mascara. I've heard really good things about it. It says it's a voluminous mascara, which as I'm applying it, I definitely agree with. So far, I really like this. am really picky about mascara. So if you guys have some that you love and are tried and true for you, let me know because I would love to try them out because I'm always looking for a good mascara. All right, so far this for me is a hit. So definitely check this one out if you have not. Hopefully, like I said, it doesn't smudge or flake on me, but I really like how this applied and I will definitely be using this again. I am gonna go in and do my brows off camera so we can save on time, but the products I'm gonna use today are the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Brunette. And then I'm gonna set that with the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. So I'm gonna pop on the brows and I will be right back. Okay, now that the brows are done, let's go in and finish off this look. Let's finish the face and then we'll do the lips and then we will be all done. For bronzer today, I'm gonna use my Hoola bronzer from Benefit. This is a classic, one of my favorites. I love it so much. It's so easy to work with. Blends out so nicely. It's such a nice shade. For blush, I'm going to use another one of my go-to products. This is the Milani Baked Powder Blush in the shade Luminoso. Here's what it looks like. Such a pretty peachy corally shade. And I think it goes really nicely with the cream blush that we used. And then I'm gonna add a little more highlight just to the very top of the cheekbones. I'm gonna use this one from OFRA. This is the highlighter in the shade Rodeo Drive. Really pretty gold. I think will go nicely with the eye look. So I'm just gonna take some of this and just pop it right there on the top of the cheekbone. And then also just on the tip of the nose. Just take the extra above the brows. And then I'm gonna pop some of this on the inner corner as well. And then of course, can't forget the brow bone. Okay, and then to set that all, I'm gonna use my Milani Make It Last setting spray. Don't go in too much with that setting spray, otherwise it will look kind of greasy on your face. So less is definitely more with this setting spray, but I love it because it really does hold my makeup in place all day. Last but not least, we are going to do the lips. And for lip liner today, I'm going to use my Milani Statement Lip Liner in the shade 03 Nude. As you can tell, this one is well loved. I'm getting to the end, which is really sad, but just means I get to go purchase a new one, which I'm excited about. I feel like there's nothing more satisfying with makeup or skincare than using up products. I'm gonna go in with a nude lipstick today, also from Milani. This is in the shade Nude Cream. Milani, in my opinion, does really nice lip products. I am also really excited to share with you guys this new lip gloss. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me. It's one that I found and it has become my favorite lip gloss at the moment. It is from Essence and it's the Shine 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 Wet Look Lip Gloss. And this one is in the shade Smile Sparkle Shine. It's this really pretty pink and it looks kind of intimidating in the bottle, but it is so pretty on the lips. It just gives such a pretty shine. It is a little bit of a stickier formula, but it smells so good and it does feel really comfortable on the lips, and I just love the shine that it gives to my lips. So check these out. I'm definitely gonna go try more shades of these because they have become some of my favorites. But we are at the end of our fall glam. Let me know what you guys think, what you're excited to try for fall. Are you excited about makeup? I'd be so curious to hear what you guys are into for fall, so let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please subscribe if you have not already. I would really appreciate it. And check out some of my other videos that I posted, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.